Welcome back. The political climate in Nigeria is multifaceted and very interesting. Our politicians are known to use all means and different strategies to get votes and position. One of such strategies that is gaining momentum is the sharing of foodstuff such as rice, garri, sugar, and others to the masses in order to get voted into power. This recently played out in a state election, and during this Ramadan in Zamfara. Is food the only priorities to Nigerian? Do you think that rice and other foodstuff can sway votes? It is your view, let it count. You can call us on 07080668014 or tweet to us at Your View TVC. We would like to hear your thoughts. If you can, if the giving you of rice or giving you sugar or giving you milk, can it sway your votes?
I think it's a rhetorical question because we saw it sway votes in Ekiti.
You can't say that as a fact.
Yes, we did. Let me tell you why it's a fact. I don't come on air to just state my sentiments. I do research. Now, ask the people in Ekiti why. One, they had reasons that their obas asked them that whichever politician came with food, they should take. That's your own. Is your inheritance, because after that you don't know what they're going to do. Secondly, somebody was saying that in 4 years of Fayemi, for instance, that all they saw was road. Now road they won't chop, but that in 3 weeks of Fayoshe's campaign, not only did they get rice, they got amount of money, they got this. Now it's all political parties that are doing it, because we also heard that there was Fayemi Garri. Yeah. But so it is showing us that Uwa always said something. Forget enlightening people who are in Lagos, who already know that if I do collect the rice, I'm still going to vote for the candidate that I want. That lots of people in the rural areas are very impoverished, and that bag of rice that they're going to eat today means a lot to them, you know. But now is how to address poverty of the mind, such that you know that they give you bag of rice today. Are they going to give you a bag of rice tomorrow? What happens to the future of your children?
I beg to differ. I think that I really believe that Ekiti people are more enlightened. They might take your rice, but they don't want to sway their votes.
The ones in Lagos are enlightened.
Let me hear you.
I just want to say something. Those who live in glass houses should not throw stones. Let the party that does not participate in this food stomach stand up to be counted.
None of them. We know all of them do this. All of them do it. But what we're trying to, what we're just talking about right now is the fact that are those bags of rice? Yes. Can they make a change in terms of who votes? Maybe because I'm educated, but even at that, I don't think anybody would sell. They can't give you 50 kg now.
Wait.
Nima,
you see that I've been smiling since you were talking about this hot topic. When I was in secondary school, I read a book by Chinua Achebe, that A Demand of the People. Back then, what swayed votes was the big grammars. But Onga don't come step in. People's eyes have opened that why these people are speaking grammars. They're siphoning money. You're sick, you have to go to the house of this same big man, lobby your way in to get help. You're poor, you want to send your children to school, you have to lobby. In my village, people will queue in front of the house of the senator representing our constituency, struggle every day, and then he will still drive past them while they are queuing. Drive past these people and not even look at them. You know, and then when elections come, what he simply does is to share the rice. So what people don't resort to is that, let me take the rice before I go hungry. Now where I have a problem is, I will take the rice and I will still not vote. And then nobody will hold me.
Can I trust somebody that gives me rice in order to
guarantee my vote? People believe that when they eat, they sell their conscience and then they don't act.
The last election in Lagos, I can't talk about any other state because I don't live in any other state. But in Lagos, at the polling booths, the area boys who were there, who had been paid to vote, were there. Because I know, because my partner went to vote. And he voted for a candidate that was not, this was, I think, the senatorial.
They gave me Fanta at the polling booth.
So, and then, you know, who he voted for, that person only got 1 vote. So when he got back to check for, they were counting, the area boy was saying, see your own candidate, now only 1 vote, see. My question is, how did those people know?
How did the area boy know?
How did they know who he even voted for?
Because it's supposed to be a secret ballot system.
It's a secret ballot. So you see, all these things, let us call a spade a spade. We are corrupt people.
Well, we have a call.
Nigerians.
We have a call.
Myself included.
Mazi Obioha, welcome to the show. Good morning.
How are you today?
Fine, thank you.
What about Morayo?
She's very fine. I saw her yesterday. Very
Jumoke,
fine.
you are very objective and a blunt person. I love you for that. God bless you. My lawyer, you are wonderful. I don't know, you are so much beautiful. Your husband finds
See, I
something
told you,
and
leave her.
you are beautiful.
Thank you,
Why
sir.
Good morning, ma.
Good
How are you,
morning.
ma?
I'm fine, thank you, sir.
Yeah, I want to actually, Umoro he has gone.
He was a good man.
Perfectly. So that man was something else during the Second Republic. So
That
we don't
wasn't
talk
our
about the date. That man was evil.
We can talk about the dead.
That's
oh.
by the way. About the topic on
Stomach infrastructure.
you see, the stomach infrastructure is important. In the village, people want their stomach to be filled.
Mazi
And
Obioha.
what we- Sorry?
Mazi Obioha, please, would a bag of rice sway your votes?
You see, that depends on the level of understanding. To
Or
me,
poverty.
Or the size of the bag?
a bag of rice is nothing. I can't say my conscience, my vote, my right because of a bag of rice.
Because everybody has a price.
It goes a long way to solve their problem. That's the problem. But unfortunately, the problem is we politicians have sold their conscience. They have decided to mortgage this country because of the little things they will give to the poor people, the peasant people at home in the village, who are the people who vote for them. So the most important thing is that we need education. We need to go to the grassroots to educate them that even though when these people come with
Mazi,
this bag of rice,
disagree.
let them collect it and cast their vote according to their conscience. God bless you, man.
I disagree.
Thank you,
It's not
Mazi.
education. It's not lack of education. It is not lack of education. You'll be surprised that the people that also for these bags the most are the most educated
Like,
ones.
that's
Nima,
not true.
Nima,
No,
can I say something?
Excuse
The
me.
teachers that took rice in Ekiti State
I want to say something.
were not educated.
Excuse me. Wait. Me, I know this one. You are right, Nima, because I know. This one I witnessed it when Marwa was giving us. He called some artists to come and play for Abacha that time, I think, or
Yes.
Miriam Abacha that time, and we were like 4 artists. I wasn't there. My brother, I was representing my brother because, and at that time, NDLA had arrested my father. So my brother said, he can't do it because I saw our respected artists struggling for the money or the
Not
suitcase
a
of.
bag of rice.
Wait now, that's why I
All
say,
of the
listen,
above.
everybody
All of
has
the above. Sell your conscience for
goats.
something.
They were entering inside
That's your kind.
the lorry of the where the goats were kept. I mean, I'm not a goat. Why would I enter where the goats are kept?
We have a call.
No, that's the goat I
YK.
want. Wait, that's the goat
We
I want.
have
That's
a
the goat I
call.
want.
Yakub from
we have a call.
Dokpemu.
Yeah,
Welcome to the show.
yeah, good morning, Mama Baby
Good
One.
morning.
Good morning.
And then my regards to Morayo.
Yeah,
and
we'll
then
let her know.
good morning to other gents who live in the house. Especially Sister Lima. Assalamu alaikum. You see, the point is this. I want to talk about security in this country this time around. Now, our representative doctor has strike now. When bombing is going on every angle of this country, what is wrong with our government? What is stopping them to not negotiate with these people, not make them to go on strike? Now, these people is everywhere in this country now. Are you telling me that if a bomb went up in a very rowdy place now, and every people lie down there in a cold blood, who are going to take care of them, for God's sake? And then our government are telling us that they cannot negotiate with them, they cannot solve the problem, and then they still remain government. What are they governing for God's sake? It is only when Nigerian and Nigerian youth, unemployment Nigerian youth get up and ask for their rights. If you know that you cannot govern this country, please take a leave. It is not by force. We are not forced you to come and govern us. If you cannot save our lives, back to the matter that you are discussing. So infrastructure or something. See,
Stomach structure.
there is nobody that can give me a bag of rice that can take away my food. It can never happen. But they only succeed because they know those people, they are hungry. And then meanwhile, lastly, let me say lastly, whether they
Imagine.
like it or not,
Can
they
you see the pictures?
distribute rice of bag of rice, all those things. They are going to be accountable for every individual poverty in this country before God Almighty Allah. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you.
Thank you.
the bottom
Can you
line
see the
is
pictures? Please,
these
can
things-
No, we
can
saw-
I
we
produce
saw- no, we
flash
saw-
it
we
again?
saw
Because you see the picture.
You see, that is.
It was produced.
The
They
bottom
spent
line
money
is
producing.
Clearly
the
written on
special
it
ban.
2015.
Excuse me, these things should be banned. INEC should ban them.
Ah.
They should stop. If you are seen carrying a bag of rice with your picture on it, ban that person.
You are
should just be banned.
disqualified immediately.
Blacklist him. That is the only. That's the only. Because let me tell you.
However, those of us that eat the rice, we cannot
excuse
complain.
me, all
But
human beings-
let me bring something else on the table that we mustn't lose focus of. There are some things called basic amenities. When a country, the majority of our population live under $1, majority of the population are poor. They cannot feed themselves. They will not. There's no way
They are
your
going to refuse
statements
rice.
like this would sound nice to them. The issue on ground is that basic amenities are not being catered to. People are poor. They can't feed themselves. They can't. There's no shelter over their head. Those two things are not taken care of. I will take anything to vote for
So
you.
are we saying then that
Now
as
you
a
are
people that we are purposely impoverishing the nation so that when I need your votes, I then bring you
Bribe
food
you.
that is a major necessity and you will agree, you will take it because you are impoverished. It
Well,
seems like
no,
it's
no,
a
listen,
calculated.
let me correct
Let me-
something.
let me
It
say
is when
something.
you are hungry, and then if you are rich and somebody gives you #1,000,000, you don't need it.
Yes.
But when you are very poor and at the time of your need, somebody meets your needs, that person
You
easily
sway, the person
sways
will-
you. Basic amenities is, that's why I say it's not exactly literacy
We
or
have a call from
education, but
Boyke, please.
lack
We have
of
a
basic
call from
amenities.
Adewale. Adewale, welcome to the show.
Good morning, Tokwe.
Good morning. Would you sway your
Good
vote
morning
with a
to
bag of
you.
rice?
Yeah?
Would a bag of rice sway your vote?
Maybe not rice.
Maybe like
Bag of
5
rice.
bags.
Nothing can exempt me to sell my vote. But
We need more people
was
like you.
educated by my family, by my parents. I think what is wrong in this country is that our leaders refuse to let our people get education. Because these people we are talking about, some of them who are the storekeeper of this rice, some of them are educated, but the people at the grassroots, they do not know what they are doing. I remember the last election in my estate here in Maryland. If you went to a polling booth, if you wanted to vote, then we show you 2 packs of spaghetti. 2 packs of spaghetti, 120 naira spaghetti. If you vote for your candidate, they want you to vote for, you come and collect your spaghetti. When I get there, I wanted to vote. Something like that happened.
But these
I
are
just went
illegal.
back. And someone brought a 2 pack of spaghetti for me. He said I should take what I didn't vote. But when I saw what is happening in that polling unit, I just feel that immediately I went there, I vote for my conscience, I'll be rubbishing myself. I just left the voting unit. It happened everywhere. This is now the opportunity for us, we people that are educated a little bit, to educate our people in the community, in our apartment, in our house, to show them that when you collect a bag of rice, or they don't give them a bag of rice, they give them 8 birika of rice. That's what they give to them.
Not bad.
A small pack.
the reality is far from that.
To educate
No.
ourselves,
You
to
see,
know that these
I
people
think
are
the-
evil.
I want us to.
Adewale
want
just
us
made a
to
very
understand-
valid point. We need to educate people to realize that every time you sway your vote based on food stuff, you are selling your future. What account will we give to our children?
The reality is,
What
can I
account
just
will we give that
Please, let me
because
say
of
this
food?
thing. I've been trying to say it since. I'm just saying that most human beings have a price. Their own might be a bag of rice. Another
own might
person
be 10
might
million.
be million. Another person is.
Why
Listen.
can't we have a tweet? Somebody saying, please, Oshun, if you use iPhone or BB, we'll vote for you.
Yes, now because
So it might not be bag of
They're
rice.
giving them
It might
Okoimo
not-
before, so
everybody
if you want
knows-
to counter it, bring
You
something
see,
to
just go to the human being and get
What's his basic
his
need?
pulse. Look, should be some artists, some Nigerian artists were collecting millions of naira
Yes,
the last
now,
election.
1 million man march for Abacha. 5 political parties nominated only Abacha as their candidate.
So
Please,
you see,
can we take some
it's
tweets?
not just rice.
This is obvious. Well, let's take tweets. Let's take tweets. Let's have the view
Sorry,
from
let
other
me take
people.
This one, this one really interests me. Oyekunle Oluwatobi says, stomach infrastructure. I just pray you ladies won't be abducted, though. Because on our mouth, we make politicians resign. That one.
I read that one. I thought it was funny.
There's somebody, is that Adewale Taiwo again? All these politicians are just rogues. All of them are guilty. Have you seen Alao Akala bag of rice towards 2015?
And 200 naira.
Then there's Truth. who says, you can't educate an empty tummy. I totally agree with that one. Poverty gives Nigerian politicians huge hope.
Basic amenities.
So they have 1, access to thugs, 2, candidates, 3, assassins. Olakpoju says, it's both the fault of the politicians and the people. And then he laughs at Adewale's spaghetti campaign. Junai Ifi, this is the last one, says, enlightenment or not, Nigerians are poor in their minds. That's the reason they sell their votes. They don't think about tomorrow.
Now, considering the current laws we have, I know it is illegal to campaign on election day. I think we need to be more educated to let people know, because what Adewale just testified to that happened in his polling booth was on an election day. People were offered spaghetti.
Me, I drank Fanta.
For votes. That shouldn't take place at all.
Fanta
And
now.
you drank it.
That Fanta was
Please, we
for
need
votes.
to stop
When she has been
drinking.
sweating in the sun to vote,
Were
and they
you
brought
there?
Fanta.
Were you there?
No, but our priorities need to be right. As a people, we need to understand that we
reality is far
owe
from that.
we owe our future, our future generation. We need to suffer so that they can enjoy. Because if
No,
we
Tope,
don't,
the reality is this. People are hungry. What we need to start to say, like the Obas that were saying to the Ekiti indigenous, if they bring it
Collect
to you,
it and
collect
vote your
it,
conscience.
vote your conscience.
But
I'm
my
not going to
conscience can
allow-
change.
No, give me 100 bags of rice. Then I know that you're desperate to get there. I will
Then I
still
will
vote
vote
who
for
I
you.
Then you have to
believe in.
recoup your losses
that-
when you
and
get
that-
once you get into office. The first thing you recover is to pay back the loan that with which you imported
What's
rice.
the rice?
So
this is a very, very tough one. However, it's a thin line.
100 million, ko.
It's a thin line. We can't say they should cancel it outrightly. We need to conclude this segment.
100
We need
million.
to- we
ko.
need- we
Because
need to-
You see, let us be. Someone offered me that I'm suffering. 100 million. I will think about it.
Which
oh.
politician?
We
Which
need-
politician?
Let's be truthful.
Why
And
they-
on that note,
Which politician is
we
it?
will not be bought.
will go
Nothing would. We will not be bought. We will not sell our future. We will not sell our children. We will not be bought for anything. Not a million, not 5 million,
100 million, Nko.
not bags of rice.
Tope, think about it.
Nothing.
When you get there.
On that note, we need to move on. There is an outcry on the new 70% increase in automotive tariff. I'm personally crying out on this. Find out more about this